Pippin.
That's my dog's name.
Okay, cool. What's your dex score? Dexterity score?
Welcome to this is our 25th,
14 or the
Huh?
10% of the way!
Hour 25!
10% of the way! At the end of this hour. At the end of this hour.
End of the way, which the people on the Twitch stream will have missed because there's an advert playing. Fantastic. So, just to get us started, my name's Naomi, I'm stage managing today. If you need anything, please ask me, I'm right over there. A couple of things about this performance. First of all, is that all our performances, including this one, are relaxed performances, which means the license will stay like this. There will be no sudden noises, but there will be some music playing atmospherically in the background when appropriate. Also, if you need to take a breather at any point during the hour, there is a seated area right through the doors you came in through that you're welcome to use should you need to take a break at any point. Also, we do have a relaxed attitude towards sound and movement from our audience, as this is a relaxed performance for the benefit of those who struggle to remain still or silent for an entire hour. That's absolutely fine. We will also be live tweeting at Adventurous250, and we do ask that your phones are on silent, but if you would like to also tweet or post while we are doing this, then that is absolutely fine. In fact, encouraged. All right, and with that, I'm going to pass you on to Leo, who is our GM for today.
Hello!
Hey.
Hi, my name's Leo. Hi, Jess. Nice to meet you. Just in case you don't know how this works, this is a tabletop role-playing game, which means each of the people on my left and right have a character attached to them that will meet those characters in a moment, and they interact with the world that we've written. I judge how the interactions go and tell them describe how the world comes back at them. Sometimes we have dice to mediate in between as well. Just a very quick catch up on the story. The crew, which is all of you guys, the crew of the Spirit of the Horizon, a scientific research vessel, awakened an ancient evil god. And in trying to escape, they cast a spell that was way too powerful for their knowledge, and they're beginning to suspect, they're pretty sure at this point, that it sent them to a completely different universe, and they're trying to find their way back home in general. What has just happened is that one of their newfound friends, Trip Mitty, who is a pirate by trade, has enlisted their help to try and find Libertalia, which is where her friend of old, Dea Grail, has set up the legendary pirate oasis, Pirate Haven. In order to do this, they've bamboozled and sent some rumours around and lured out a Libertalian ship, which when they found, it was in battle with pirate hunters, the Blue Sword. Very quickly, acting Captain Golan jumped in and gave the order to sink the ship of the pirate hunters, and currently we find our crew, well, two of our crew, in the melee on the top of the deck. I'll explain where the other two crew members are in a moment. But firstly, let's meet our players, starting with Reese at the end there.
Hello, I am Reese, and I am playing Gilbert Twinkletoes, the halfling monk.
I'm Jess, and I'm Pippin the human. Yay!
Human fighter you are, yes?
Fighter.
Fantastic.
Pippin.
Pippin.
It's my dog's name.
Pippin the human fighter. Chaz.
Yeah.
I'm Chaz, and I'm playing Commander Golan Height, acting captain, and very much badass acting of the ship. I can't talk too much about him because he's in the middle of a frenzied rage right now.
I'm Chloe. I'm playing Rolora Allenvall, the half-elf bard, who is surprisingly, even to her, very shady. Not shady as in suspicious, but shady as in just throws
She
shade.
throws shade.
Yeah.
Nice to Golan.
She's got a softer side. She's opening up a little bit.
All right.
We're both learning.
So, after the teleportation, just to catch Pippin up here, after the teleportation, there's been some latent magic that has teleported members of the crew to the land party and back again, and it's generally causing mischief all around the place. You've not had it happen to you until now, and you see golden sparks playing across your skin, and then suddenly You're holding onto a piece of wood floating in the sea with the head of a cleaning crew next to you. And the bottom half of you is wet, the top half of you is dry. What were you doing the moment before you teleported into this predicament on the ship?
On the ship, I don't know, going to the bathroom.
You were in the toilet.
I'm human, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And your trousers are currently around your ankles
There
in
we
the
go.
wash below you as you're holding on. Galbert, you've not noticed that.
Oh,
Please tell me the crew are taking bets for who's going to get teleported last.
Of course, there's a sweepstake.
Yeah.
Of course there is. There's a pool. Galbert, it's your turn. Music at your leisure, SM. That's alright.
Oh mate, are you okay?
You know, legitimately, I'm afraid of fish, so probably not.
Oh, let's get you up on the ship then. And I try and move Pippin towards the bull and get us to
Okay.
both start climbing.
So this halfling starts to pull you out of the water. You're very aware right now that your trousers are down around your ankles. Have you got a reaction to that?
Try not to fart.
Okay. So as you pull, sure,
This is the salt of the earth.
you can pull your trousers up.
Oh,
You're gonna attempt to pull your yeah. Okay.
I mean,
cool.
try not to fart. It's great.
I've never farted.
It's a
Really
bonus
fast.
That's okay. That's right. That's absolutely. We've thrown you literally into the middle of combat. It's fine. Try not to fart.
No, surely it's a Constitution saving throw.
So as he pulls you out of the water, you scramble to pull up your trousers. You do see this, but you're far too. I mean,
Far too polite to say.
far too polite to say anything. And you try and get her up the side of the ship. We'll come back to you in a moment, but firstly we're going to zoom over to the top of the ship that you're at the bottom of, where there's a massive combat going on between the pirates and the pirate hunters. And Relora, our half-elf bard, is in combat at the moment with one of the officers, but she's paying him no heed whatsoever.
Right, so I've healed Thingamy.
Oh yeah, no, sorry, you're not. Yeah, you're in the position
Yeah.
where you're healing Lokash. Yeah.
I've just told Lokash, and because it looks like Lokash didn't register my name the first time, I've gone Relora.
Okay.
Just to really hammer home who
And
saved him.
he's there on the phone. He goes, Relora.
Yeah. Is there anyone near?
He's very confused.
I would like to send a message.
Yeah.
I would like to psychically send a message to Trip.
Okay.
Basically just going, look, I saved him.
Okay. Fantastic.
Just so that Trip knows.
Goes in there. And Trip, you distract Trip with this message. Look down, and as she looks down, she takes a blow to her side and a massive cut from a cutlass, a long sword. Hi, welcome. You've joined us right in the middle of combat. So, anything
We're
else?
on some massive ships at the moment, one's sinking.
Anything else?
Is there anyone near? Well, no, message is my action, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
You've
I
got
basically
movement.
just look out to see if I can see Jurgen, if I can see Twinkle Toes, and whether I still have eyes on the captain,
Sure.
acting captain.
And as you look around the battle, the acting captain is right next to you. He's in a massive duel with the captain of
Screaming
the,
like a madman.
screaming like a madman. And as you look out over the battlefield, you can see that the crew of the Ermine, the pirate hunters, are starting to lose this battle. They are dropping all over the place. They've got nowhere to run back to. There are crossbow bolts flying over from the spirit of the horizon. There's the occasional of a musket. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and you've got swivel guns on the top of the spirit.
Oh, good. Oh, very
Two of
good.
them.
Acting captain.
That's always my character is now.
Very
Very
good. But you don't see Twinkletoes or Brother Jurgen yet. Pippin, you're being pushed up the side of this ship by the halfling. He's urging you to climb. What do you feel like doing? How are you feeling right now? Bit of a shock.
I'm lost, but that's okay. That's a
Yeah, absolutely. So you go to try and climb the side of the ship. Roll an athletics check for me. So if you roll your 20-sided die there, and you've got a bank of skills in alphabetical order, and you add whatever you've got number there
awesome.
to the
I'm
dice.
super athletic. I got a 6 plus a 5.
11? Yeah, that's absolutely fine because, as I mentioned in the last hour, Galbert is aware of where the ladder is carved into the side of the ship, and that's where he's managed to bring us. And so there's something to help you up there, and you just managed to clamber up to the very top of the deck of the ship and look out at this combat going on. There's just people sword fighting all over the top of this deck, and it looks very much like the pirates are winning this fight. Just so you're aware, you appear to be on the side of the pirates at the moment. You're against the pirate hunters. That would be your entire turn to get up the top of the ship. Okay?
I'm quite slow, aren't I?
Oh, it's climbing
climbing in heavy wet armor, exactly, and you climbing is not a natural state for you, so you're at half speed when you're climbing anyway. So you spend your entire turn.
You're probably thrown by the whole fear of fish thing.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true. That
Fear
would
fish.
actually be.
Relora can relate.
I think you're glad that you're just away from the fish. Put distance.
My character we've discovered has a chronic fear of giant crabs, so
I get that.
there's an affinity.
Fantastic. So, Golan, you're in combat with
Two people.
two people,
Um,
and Trip is next to you.
I'm going to keep hitting this captain until he goes down.
Sure,
So I'm going reckless again.
sure,
So reckless frenzied.
absolutely.
That is not good enough, I'll tell you that. It's 12.
12.
Oh, that's better, that's 19.
19 will hit.
Yeah, 19 on. Oh, that's not good at all. That is, so that's 8.
It's not bad.
And then, so...
So you
going-
bring your two-handed maul around and smack down on the captain's, and he tries to block it with his sword. but-
Go down!
And your second attack?
Second attack is... That is a unnatural 20.
Okay, well that will hit.
And,
See if you get a critical though.
no, that was a 2. So
Okay, so roll your damage.
I'm just go bigger, go big or go home, come on. That's not much better. That is 9.
That's okay. So this guy he's not looking good right now. As you bring your maul round for a second attack on his side, you can almost hear some ribs sort of crack slightly as the maul crunches into the side of him, and he exhales of wind from his lungs. And then he rights himself and comes in to attack you
Of course he does.
with a 17.
17. And you're rolling with advantage.
Yeah, that was with advantage. 6 damage, half to 3 because you're frenzied rage. At this point, the sinking ship of the Ermine is just slowly going down. There's no one left on board, apart from one guy who stood right on the top, looking around like, "I've no good options."
Commander Wilhelm, no!
Galbert, it's your turn.
Excellent.
Find yourself down the bottom.
I'm going to make my way up to the deck.
Absolutely. It's an athletics climb. It's only DC 10.
Okay, cool.
You can do it, I believe.
I do make it.
Good.
Just.
So you clamber up behind Pippin, who you'll have noticed, a member of the Marines that you'll have noticed from before. You,
I'm going to ask that.
yeah, you clamber onto the top deck, and that'll be your move. Because you've climbed about 35 feet.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh, you're a monk.
I am a monk. I would have a little bit more movement.
Yeah, you will have a bit of a movement.
Do I still have my action and bonus action, or am I...
So you would have, because your climbing speed is halved,
Yeah.
it would be 17 and a half, 17 and a half, and so you'd have your bonus action.
Okay.
Unless you're using your bonus action as a key point to dash.
No.
Okay.
I am going to stand by my newfound friend, Pippin, and I am going to expend a key point
Yep.
to use the dodge action as a bonus action.
Okay.
So any attacks that come towards me
Have
have
disadvantage.
disadvantage.
Sure. And that's your turn.
Yes, it is.
Fantastic. So, Relora, you see Galbert Twinkletoes appear on the front of the ship, and Brother Jurgen's not next to them, but one of the Marines that you've seen around the ship. You're sure?
Okay, I think I'm sharp enough to realise.
Yeah. What's happened? Yeah.
Phew. Whoever's near me, just rapier.
Absolutely. So you join the melee with Trip and Golan.
You're now frothing at the mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Roll an attack roll. Do you want to attack the captain or his lieutenant?
Lieutenant.
Okay.
I'll let the captains all do their own thing.
Sure.
I'll just handle lieutenant. Oh, that is a 24.
That hits definitely.
Yes.
Tasty hit.
And so that's 7 damage.
Sure. You just come up behind him and dig your rapier into his side as he didn't see. Don't panic, anybody. This is just a motion sensor thing.
This has happened a couple of times. We are talking to the venue about it.
It's really
Some
annoying.
of the lighting controls for this room are located in another room.
Very frustrating.
Really sorry about this.
We'll keep going.
Edinburgh Fringe.
Welcome to the Fringe.
Technical difficulties. Welcome to the
Chaz, stop trying to scare people. So,
I'm just getting into character. I'm just a raging captain.
Pippin, you see this melee combat out before you, and in the center of the whole fracas, you can see your captain in battle with another captain, and to the rest of your crew, you recognize them smacking away each other. What would you like to do?
I'll go help the captain.
Oh,
He has 2 people.
Oh.
I'm really strong.
Pippin!
Yeah.
Oh!
I figured that out while
I'm
I was
having a
around.
conversation with the head of the Marines after this.
Absolutely. So you go into combat with the
And I
whole
got a
melee.
sword, but I'm wet, so I probably suck right now.
Drawing your sword, it is sopping, but it's still usable after a shake. And do you want to attack the captain or his lieutenant? So you've got 2 people in front of you. One of them's quite bloodied, but he's obviously the more higher officer of the 2. The other one is barely scratched, but you've just seen Relora attack him in the side.
Okay, so I'm figured out from this thing I'm not very smart.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go with attacking the captain.
Okay, yeah. Go for the captain. So roll your d20. Yeah, that's correct. And then add your attack bonus next to your longsword.
That's good.
21.
21 hits.
Oh!
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so your longsword is a D8, which is this one,
So this is rolling damage now.
5.
and you
5.
plus 5.
10.
10.
Oh, 10!
Nice one.
Okay, this guy's.
Yes, this is good. I like this. This is much better than not having pants.
Does Pippin say that out loud?
This is
Play a quote of the day. This is much better than not.
This is genuinely happened in the space of a minute. You've sat on a tree, then you've been underwater, then you've just stabbed someone.
So
What happens with a marine? Marines just go for it.
describe the attack for me. This guy's on his last legs. How do you go in?
Oh. Okay, I'm gonna like army crawl over and
Yep.
get more wet. And then while he's distracted by the captain, I'm just gonna take him out at the knees.
Absolutely. So you duck down really low, and you try and run up to behind him, and then you just take the back of his.
My pants are wet, those fall back down.
Exactly, there you are. So you waddle over, and then you just take him out at the back of the knees, and you see one of the Marines you didn't know that well suddenly appears very wet, and he's just smacks this guy's the back of his knee, and he buckles, and he's down to kneeling on one knee. He looks
He's down to kneeling on one knee.
he's gone. He's
Oh.
almost gone, and it's Golan's turn.
Yes. Reckless attack again,
Yeah,
on both.
yeah.
And I would just like to say that if this does happen, I would like to use the baseball hit to take his head off so it lands in the middle of where all of the other people are fighting.
Okay, roll your Roll your attack
that?
rolls. We'll see what happens.
Okay, it's his first attack. That is, that's an 11.
Yeah?
Okay.
No.
That is a 22.
22 will hit. Do your damage.
That is 15.
Okay, so as you swing your double-handed mace around, you just take him under the chin, and you hear a slight tearing sound. You don't even stop to look. You bring a second attack round in the same place, just in this frenzied rage, and the tearing increases, and the head just off. And you've decapitated him with a blunt weapon, and then and the head doesn't fly that far, but it rolls across the deck, and the body slumps back with a pool of blood starting.
I know I probably can't use my frenzied attack for a bonus action now, but can I at least turn to the lieutenant and do this? Mason Munhan.
Roll an intimidation check with advantage. Advantage just means you roll twice and you take the higher of the rolls.
Okay, that's a 14. First one.
Yeah.
And that is a 6. So 14.
He did not roll well. As this happens, there is a hush that goes over the entire deck, and you just hear a clunk, 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 as everybody as all of the pirate hunters drop their swords and just sort of kneel down and put their hands behind their backs.
I do not drop my rage, and I just do this. I just point over the side of the boat.
And Trip, he rolled really badly, and Trip just watches on as the guy gets up and just walks off the side of the ship into the sea. And everybody looks at him do this, and all his crew go with him, and they just jump off. But as he goes, he turns and he goes, "We will come back for you, pirates. This is not the end." And he just jumps.
I would like to drop my rage.
Okay. Clutch move there from Pippin. Nice.
Well,
Trip, as you look around, Trip, this fox-like lady with ears and a small snout, is kneeling over a very wounded captain on the floor there. She helps him up to his feet.
Can I hand in my health potion? I haven't used it.
And he takes the health potion off you without even looking at you, pops it and goes, and looks at Relora in the eye and says, "Thank you. You saved my life."
You're welcome.
He's a short man with almost fish scales coming out of his skin. I know it's not great for Pippin, and his hair is sort of flushed with a coral kind of colour. Are you the captain of this fine ship that has saved us? And Trip smirks and doesn't say anything.
I also smirk and don't say anything.
She's so tempted. Now that accolade goes to this gentleman here.
Acting Captain Golanite.
You're exhausted now.
Yeah, I know. Acting Captain Golan. It's a long day. Acting Captain Golanite.
My thanks, Captain Height.
Thank you. Is the guy still kneeling up but with no head?
No, he's folded back on himself.
Oh.
And there's a
I really wanted to just poke that over.
Well, I already described that
That's
happened.
right.
So.
Acting Captain Golan Height of the Spirit of the Horizon. This is one of my finest crewmen. Saved your life.
I'm just handy to have around.
And speaking of which, Marine,
Yeah,
what's your name?
Pippin.
Pippin. I'm going to have a conversation with the head of the Marines. Let's see if you can move up the ladder a bit.
You've not heard of Pippin?
Yeah, you know her. I just saved your life, man.
There's a lot of Marines.
Pippin is something of a legend.
Were you one of the Marines guarding my cabin?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh! I do. You know what? I do remember. Sorry, I always get confused because there's one called Percy as well. So it's like Pippin, Percy, Pippin. You know, it's P names.
Yeah.
I always get
I'm the
confused.
girl one.
Right. Good note. Sorry, I'm drunk constantly. I apologise. No, I will have a conversation with Captain Marine to see if we can't get you promoted. You are wasted standing in front of a door.
It's true. It's true.
I don't think I didn't see you, Twinkle Toes.
Thank you, Captain.
Excellent work. Excellent work, everybody. And then can I turn around to the Spirit of the Horizon? Is anyone still on the deck just watching this happen?
Yeah.
Can I just hold my mace up like that?
And there's a cheer from the Spirit of the Horizon. As you win your first like major ship battle, your first a spurt of morale goes through the entire crew.
Yeah, can it be this? Hey, and everyone cheers, and then it just wobbles. Exhausted.
The Siriki captain now turns to Trip and goes, Trip, are you coming back with us? And Trip looks and goes, no. If I'm coming to you, I'm bringing my ship with me. You could use the baton. And he then turns to you and says, I cannot bring you myself for obvious reasons. You have shown brotherhood and the spirit of freedom in this battle. You would be welcome at Libertalia anytime.
How do we find it?
Travel to the Barsang Pass. Once you get through there, you will find an island that Dea has set up for vetting purposes. An island of trials.
Island of Trials. Oh, very good.
And your good word alone isn't enough to say bypass the whole vetting
No,
process.
I'm afraid not.
No.
I
Just
know,
checking.
I know you have seen pirates at their worst. Come to Libertalia and see us at our best. I would have you see that the pirate ways are truly usable for good and not evil.
What was the name of the pass again?
The Barsang Pass.
Barsang Pass. Trip, you're coming back onto the ship with us?
No. And she looks off to the distance, and you see that Hierd's ship is now coming up side by side. You can see him on the deck, and he's sort of hands on hips. And Trip goes, I think I'll go back to the Black Cove and bring my own ship.
Okay, well, could you just tell us briefly, you've seen the map we have where the Barsang Pass is located?
It's marked on there.
Oh, yes, you did mark it. Oh, yes, that's marvellous. What was the name of the captain ship? Herds?
Hierd Webinars.
Sure.
Yeah.
Do mention our work today to Hierd. If it will soften the council's attitude to us further.
I will do. And she runs off the ship, but just before she dives, she looks back at Loga, the Siriki, and goes, tell Dea I'm coming, and jumps in, diving.
I was 20 years younger.
Oh.
I'd have a respectful platonic relationship.
There's an awkward pause now while the pirates sort of clean their weapons.
I'm not saying anything, I'm just...
I'm mopping their deck. It's covered in blood.
Twinkle toes, put the mop down.
Of course, Captain.
I want to shout out to any of you lot speak Arabi.
And there are several Arabans that step forward. They look like humans. Their skin's just ever so slightly pale, and you see a faint glow behind their eyes.
Well, I mean, I did just save the captain of your ship. I just need someone to have a little read of this for me. It's the spellbook
It's
that I
the
know
spellbook.
is in Arabi, but I still have no idea if this is going to lead anywhere.
One of them comes forward and takes it from you and goes,
I know it's a spellbook.
it's almost illegible. The water damage is ridiculous. I can't even tell what that says. It's a book of spells, a book of transmutation spells.
And it's all, every page is useless.
Unless you have some way of restoring it to its former glory. It shuts the book.
I take it. I kind of have a think. Mending's not going to do anything.
Nope.
Have a look, and if there was someone where she could look cool by throwing this off the edge of the ship, she would just throw this off the edge of the ship. But there isn't currently, so she's going to save that for another time.
Okay, fine.
Can I look over the side of the ship to see if I can see, like, bobbing in the water, the guy who made that ominous threat?
Yeah, you can see that they've started lashing together some of the
How far away
detritus,
is
making a raft. They're not far.
Can I throw a javelin at him?
Yeah.
Sure. While I'm here.
Wanton violence.
While I'm here.
You're at disadvantage because you're exhausted.
That's correct. Yeah. That is a unnatural 20. And that is a 9.
You go to throw the javelin, and it just into the water beside him, and he looks up and goes, "Have you no honor?"
I have honor for my ship and honor for my crew. If I see your face again, I'll take it off.
At this point, the Spirit of the Horizon has come round the front and is now established gangplanks with the bull.
Or alternatively, I could ask my crossbowman to finish you off.
He doesn't have a response to that. He just continues lashing up raft.
That's what I thought. No second chance. That's the kind of captain I am.
How are you feeling, Pippin?
Captain, good.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Doesn't even.
Really?
Yes.
You're an incredible fighter, Pippin.
I know.
I'm confident.
Yeah. Because it says on this I'm good.
And
Yeah, it does. You're right.
I don't know if it was picked up, I just want to point it out that Golan referred to himself as captain. R'hllora called him on it, and he said, yeah, captain.
oh no, we missed that.
Yeah, that's literally all it was.
Well, that's not been sanctioned by the Admiralty, Captain.
The Admiralty isn't here.
That's true. So what are we doing, crew?
Well, I'm deferring to the captain.
heading
Well,
back to
I
the
am.
Spirit
And
of
one
the
at a time.
I am very tired, but I'm sorry, I keep forgetting the name. The captain of the Marines.
Is Josen.
Josen. I will specifically call Josen over with Pippin next to me.
Yeah, sure. And Josen walks over. He's eating something. It looks like raw crab. He's just biting into it. Yes, sir.
I respect the chain of command, Josen. I would just like to recommend Pippin here for a promotion in lieu of their exceeding bravery.
Duly noted. Pippin, what are your orders at the moment?
I watch a cabin door.
You're watching his cabin door.
Yeah.
You're wasted there. We'll find something better for you to do. Don't worry, Captain.
Percy can stay where he is.
Okay, don't like Percy. Got it. And Joseph walks off to find something else to chew on.
I wouldn't mind resting.
I would like to call
a
upon
little rest.
both of the ship's clerics.
Sure,
Because
absolutely.
I'm exhausted and I've taken a lot
And
of rest.
in fact, as you come up to the top, onto the deck, Brother Jurgen is there, frantic, like, "What happened? What happened? What? How did the battle go?"
We won.
Oh, thank God. And he extends a hand to you and heals
Very good at curing
11 points
Oh, that's good.
of damage from you,
Perfect.
but does not cure your 2 levels of exhaustion.
Mm.
You've done 2 frenzied ranges.
Have I?
Haven't you? Oh no, you've done 1 frenzied range. My bad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
so
the first
1
one.
level of one level of exhaustion.
I would like to go into my cabin and sort of gesture all of the party to come in with me.
Sure.
Mhm.
You following?
Absolutely.
I will guard the outside.
Oh, you'll guard the outside. Pippin
Wait,
goes
wait.
into step.
You're not doing that anymore, Pippin. You're a part of this.
Then I will go inside.
You should just step in.
He's the giant Max. Who made that?
Max.
Who's it made it? Was it Noggin who made it?
No, she's the dentist.
She's the dentist,
Yeah,
sorry.
it was a cartographer.
No, it's the cartographer. The ship's cartographer, who we've not met yet, has made this gigantic blow-up version of the West
Yeah.
Reach.
With the same labels.
With the arrow off to the east, Thundercrest Isles that you put on, and all the isles.
Was the
Black
pass labelled?
Cove. And you do indeed have the Barsang Pass labelled just to the east of you where you are now.
Well, that's the place. Unless anyone has reservations or ideas, I'm open to suggestions.
Reservations. Sorry.
Can I be disappointed there's no treasure in the room? Because I feel like that's what I thought I was guarding.
So you absolutely can do that. What would be great?
Inside check. No, inside check.
What would be great is if you said that in a character way, or do you want to keep that to
Do you
yourself?
say that
Do you say out loud,
Oh.
or do you
Do I
keep
have
it?
to change my voice?
No, you
No,
don't.
no,
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 absolutely not.
Just so we know what you said.
Cool. Then, yeah, because I'm not smart, so I'll just say it out loud.
Sure. So go for it.
I'm a little disappointed there's no treasure in this room. It's just you, and I felt like there was more.
Well,
Renora has so much respect for Pippin's shade. So much respect for that shade.
well, there's treasure of another sort, and I just gesture over my back to the tablet.
Yeah, I don't know how to read that, so useless.
Nobody does, but it's what got us here, and it might be what gets us out. And
Pippin, I'm buying you a drink. Like
Awesome!
the next bar we get to.
There is, in fact, a keg of rum in this room. That's been established.
I'm going over.
I would like to
Can
do a
get-
strength check to stop.
Just like, okay,
It's my
fine.
keg of rum.
I give you
Hang on,
a
show one at a time. One at a time.
So, can I, when he goes out to stop, can I give him a persuasive look? As in, come on, I'm not your equal, but there's a thing here. It's just purely persuade. I don't mind rolling
I'd still like to
persuasion.
contest.
Okay, roll persuasion against, I guess, insight. No, charisma. Make this a
My
charisma saving throw. It's charisma saving throw.
Saving throw.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't got anything next to that, but is it -1? -1 is 16.
11.
Meanwhile, while you're having this meaningful look, Jess has just walked around the two of you and is just helping herself to rum from the barrel.
Oh, I see. You're just going to help yourself to the captain's
I think
alcohol.
I remember saving your life, man. Yeah.
Is the captain in between myself and Pippin? 'Cause
Yeah.
if
at
so,
this point.
over his shoulder where he can't see, I'm just like.
I will air high five you.
I'm going to.
It's fine, Captain. I can refill later.
It's fine. We shall let this slide for now, but if we are going to have a drink, we might as well drink together. And then I get some like glasses out and I make something for everybody. And
I didn't know they came in pints.
Wait, a pint of rum?
Constitution saving throw.
Leia,
Yeah.
you know me. You've known me a long time.
I have seen. There was one. Just breaking kayfabe for a minute. There was a night where I watched this man drink a pint of rum straight. That happened. Anyway, 10 minutes.
But to a hard-fought victory, and to this ship and its constantly surprising crew.
Sure. You'll clink and drink. So, I guess the plan is to plot a course to the Barsain Place.
Helmsman!
It's Olmorn. Olmorn is up on the helm. He's like, aye, Captain.
We're heading, and then I guess I give the directions, the bearer.
Fantastic. Aye, Captain. And the
Are you
ship
a bit
turns
happier
away.
now, Olmon, now that Trip's not on the ship?
Oh, is she gone, is she?
She has.
Good. I mean, may the light guide her.
I appreciate you keeping your distance.
So do I.
You wouldn't have liked the Black Cove.
No. No, he would not.
Whilst we're on our way to the Barnsang
Yes.
Pass, does that constitute a short rest or long rest?
Long rest.
Long rest.
I'm gonna boot everybody out of my room because I'm knackered.
I would have actually insisted that I stayed for a moment.
Yeah? Oh no, of course, no, go for it.
So, Jess, you're being booted out of the captain's room.
Both of these guys are being booted.
It's okay, we can keep drinking.
No, but if we're
Okay,
if
she
we're
takes-
getting
she
out,
takes
we're
her
just
mug.
going for a drink,
They both take their mugs of rum with them.
not before just topping it up.
I see this.
You see it.
I'll allow it.
They've just won a battle. Right, so we have Galbert and we have Golan in the captain's cabin.
Captain, I'm sorry to disturb you. I'm sure you've tired. You fought very hard today.
No, it's fine. What are you after, my friend?
I just wanted to say thank you. I didn't have the best time growing up, and honestly, sometimes on this ship, I'm a bit of comic relief, a bit of I just want to help people. And
How did that go?
this place is the first place I've truly felt home.
Aw.
Ellen, to me, you are a crewman, an ally, a friend. You will never be a joke.
Kisa?
I've had a hard time finding a home myself.
I'm gonna get back to my duties. Is there anything else you need from me?
No, that'll be fine. I'll just be here. Yeah, thank you.
and Galbert walks off, wiping the tear from his face. We'll cut from that to Pippin and Relora having a drink somewhere.
Wherever would be the night. I'd quite want to stay on top of the deck.
On top deck?
For you. I don't know about Pippin.
On the forecastle?
Yeah, whatever bit of the ship that is. Relora didn't really pay much attention to naval terms.
That's fine. She's a translator by trade.
Yes, I'm not naval or official. So yeah, she's probably just still like kind of strumming, but just absent-mindedly. Playing music's what she does. So, do you know what you're being promoted to, Pippin?
Nope.
Oh, can you teach me how to do what you did?
Yeah.
Because okay, this sounds bad. It just looked really cool, and yeah, it looked good, and it would be nice to be able to do stuff that looks that cool.
I love that you said that about me. And yes, I will definitely teach you. All you really gotta do is like get on your thighs and your belly and you just kind of crawl.
Okay.
Yeah. And then
There's no other trick to it.
there's not really much else, no.
Okay, sorry. I thought like I don't know military stuff. Is there any other military kind of things you can teach me? I feel like I keep getting thrown into stuff, and really I'm just a translator and I don't know what I'm doing. And I try to do my best to look like I do.
Is there anyone okay, can I let you in on a secret?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'm actually a pacifist, and I kind of skipped training, which is why I ended up guarding a door instead of actually being on a battlefield.
I won't tell anyone, I swear. What? Wow.
Yeah.
Are you okay? I mean, you hurt people. Are you okay?
I'm really drunk right now, so. The thing is, I thought I was going to Marine Land, and it ended up being the Marine Zone.
Wow. I don't have any more alcohol on me, but I do have 4 days rations, so I want to get out like a little bit of food and at least give Pippin some food.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just
Line
kinda
the
go,
stomach.
Meanwhile, and then a Marine with his trousers down came and stabbed him. And then,
The calligraphy is not neat.
yeah. And then all of this happened. And then I had a
Wow, so how is Pippin feeling that she's been thrown into the middle of this rather, aggressive situation as a pacifist in the army now?
army pacifist.
Well, very conflicted, but my religion's -1, so I feel like I can handle that.
Okay, yeah, sure. You don't particularly have any integrity there. You're just flopping from whatever needs to be done.
Yeah, I mean, if we could create
A
world
fair-
peace, it's all good. But
Absolutely. So you're a
I mean-
fair weather pacifist.
yeah.
You'd make a great politician.
It's a rough 5 minutes of my life, man.
if you ever need some kind of favor, Pippin, I don't know what much a bard can do for you, but let
Write
me
a
know.
song about me.
What?
Write a song about me.
Okay. How long are you, like, when do you want the, because the whole teleport thing means we kind of, Okay.
Beyond that, you can work on it.
Okay, so should I just like
Because I
start
don't want it to
workshopping?
be like bad.
Oh god, that's a lot.
That's a lot of pressure.
It's a lot of pressure.
You've got 3 minutes.
3 minutes. Can we cut to another scene?
Is there a bucket in my room?
Can
Yes.
we cut to another
Excellent.
scene?
I'm basically flat on my back, just spinning, and I move the bucket and I just go.
Oh, Chaz. I mean,
I'm a violent alcoholic.
Golan.
You've got to take the good with the bad.
Roll a Constitution save.
Absolutely. That is a 21.
Do you know what? After that one, you feel a lot better. Happens like that sometimes.
And I basically just keep staring at the ceiling, doing that weird, deep breathing that drunk people do until
Yeah.
they fall asleep.
Yeah. You're just falling asleep on the floor.
On the floor of my
On
cabin.
the floor of your cabin.
Staring slightly towards the map,
Sure, absolutely.
where the mark of the pass is.
And I think comatose, that's where we're going to leave Golan for today.
Makes sense.
But how are you feeling, Clay?
About 2 lyrics.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Just on the spur, this is the workshop.
A lot of this is going to be on the fly. Oh, Pippin, you may not be a real marine, but you know, Pippin, you're almost better than that to me. If you can dish out such damage, then imagine what you'll do in time. Oh, Pippin, with so much going on, but with you here, I think we're gonna be just fine.
And the camera just pulls out on Renora, continuing to workshop this as the Spirit of the Horizon cuts towards the Barsang Blast. And that's where we're going to leave this hour of Adventurers Wanted. Yes, well done.
Alright, thank you very much for coming. Really fantastic. So just a couple of things before we get started. Can we have another round of applause for Jess?
Yeah.
With you and I don't know what I'm doing.
No, that's right. You literally kick butt.
So we are now taking a 2-hour break. This is the time where avocado run in here and mess up the joint. So we are going
We love you, avocado.
We do love
you, avocado. Just want to say thank you for everyone on the stream. Very quickly, we will be here every day this month, apart from the 24th and 25th, at 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. and then 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. We will also be streaming everything live on twitch.tv/adventureswanted. Hello, Twitch.
Hey, Twitch.
We will also be live tweeting at Adventures250. Just before we go, we do want to give the chance to some of our players, one of our players, to do a pitch for their show that is on Edinburgh at the moment.
That is correct. Okay, so I am in a sketch double act. We're called Dirty White Boys. We do a sketch show every day of the Fringe, with the exception of the 14th. Our show is called Stupid. It's a brilliant description of the content of the show. It is like a turbocharged Morecambe and Wise, basically. It's super silly, and we're really proud of it, and we hope people come and see it. We're on at just the Tonic at the Caves every day at 20 past 9 p.m. And it is a pay what you want show, which means it's free to get in or £5 to guarantee a seat. We think we're good, and also some of the critics agree, and somebody gave us an award last year, so that's a good thing.
Hey. Are you in the show, Jess? No? Fantastic.
I mean, I'm plugging
Oh,
fake
yeah.
shows. Oh, you go.
But there's an awesome show called Scribble down at the Assembly, and it also has a little bit of audience participation and a story you won't expect.
Lovely, thank you very much. Chloe, your
I'm not
best
working on any other shows, but I've decided to plug a fake show each hour. And after, it's a real coup, Tim Crouch. After I Marvolio, I Peace Blossom, I Caliban, I Pippin. It's a real coup.
I'm Pippin.
Sounds
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
I
You've got still got to work out the intellectual property rights, unfortunately.
What do you want, like 50% of the day?
You know what? My dog won't care. It's all you.
Right, thank you very much for coming. Have an absolutely wonderful day. You can exit through the doors just through there.
Thanks very much, Jess.
Thank you so much.
It's pretty cool.
Pippin's got such a rich backstory.
Yeah, I really hope she comes back.